Ever felt invisible, like you're just another face in the crowd? Maybe you've watched others succeed and wondered, does anyone even notice me? It's easy to let disappointment and comparison steal your joy. But those feelings aren't your reality. God doesn't see you as average or forgotten. While you might focus on your flaws, God sees your potential and purpose. You have never been invisible to Him, not for a second. When thoughts of insignificance creep in, remember God says, I see you, I know you, I have not forgotten you. Your life has immense purpose set apart before you were born. You're not defined by your circumstances or others' opinions, but by what God says about you, and He says you are chosen. It's easy to imagine God as distant, but He knows you intimately, your name, your dreams, your struggles. You're not just part of a crowd, you're chosen on purpose, for a purpose. God knew every mistake you'd make and still chose you. Not because you're perfect, but because He is merciful. His love isn't based on your performance, but on His unchanging character. When you know you're chosen, you're free from seeking approval or comparing yourself to others. Your value was set when God breathed life into you. You can walk in quiet confidence knowing the King of Kings calls you His own. God's blessings for others don't diminish what He has for you. You are not an afterthought or a backup plan. You are God's first choice. When insecurity or doubt arises, remind yourself, I am chosen, loved, and seen by God. This isn't just positive thinking, it's your spiritual reality. God's hand is on you, and nothing can separate you from His love. You are secure in Him. The Apostle Peter wrote to believers who felt overlooked and discouraged, reminding them, you are a chosen people, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, God's special possession. This isn't just a nice idea, it's your true identity. You're handpicked by God, given direct access to Him and called royalty. You're set apart for His special purposes, not because you're perfect, but because you belong to Him. Of all creation, God treasures you most. Why? So you can declare His praises. He called you out of darkness into His wonderful light. Your identity is tied to your purpose, to be a living testimony of God's goodness. When people see your joy and peace, it points them to the one who made it possible. You are chosen, royal, and holy, meant to shine His light. Let your life be a testimony. You are God's special possession. Live like it. Being chosen is woven through the entire Bible. It's at the heart of God's plan. Ephesians says God chose us before the creation of the world to be holy and blameless in His sight. Before the stars existed, your name was on His mind. He chose you in Christ, not as a reaction, but as a loving decision. Our chosenness is tied to Jesus. God sees you through His Son's righteousness. He predestined you for adoption, wanting you as His child with all the rights and privileges. Adoption means you're wanted, chosen, and fully part of God's family. It brought God joy to make you His child. This was His heart's desire. When you feel unworthy, remember, your adoption was God's idea, and it brought Him pleasure. You are not a burden, but a beloved child. Let this truth empower you to live with confidence and security in your Father's love. You belong. Jesus said, you did not choose me, but I chose you and appointed you to bear fruit, fruit that will last. We didn't find God, He found us. He chose us and gave us a purpose. You have a divine assignment, unique gifts and experiences to make a difference. Your mission? To bear fruit that lasts. Love, joy, peace, kindness, and a life that impacts others for eternity. Every act of kindness, every word of encouragement, has an eternal ripple effect. You may not see the full impact, but God does. Living from your identity as chosen and appointed, you naturally bear fruit that brings God glory. Your life becomes a testament to His goodness. This is what you were created for. You are chosen for a purpose. Let your life count for eternity. Bear fruit that lasts. Live your calling. Knowing you're chosen is one thing, living like it is another. If you're a royal priesthood, carry yourself with grace, dignity, and quiet confidence. You don't have to get caught up in petty things or let circumstances define you. As a child of the King, you have authority over fear, negativity, and anything that tries to hold you back. Use your authority to speak faith and truth. Make choices that honor your King and reflect your noble heritage. As a priest, you're a bridge builder, connecting people to God through prayer, encouragement, and integrity. Look for opportunities to represent God's love to those around you. Remember, you are holy, set apart for God's use. Protect the treasure God has placed in you. Live a life worthy of your calling, pure, purposeful, and set apart. You are royalty. Live like it. Every day, you choose. Walk in the darkness of your old identity, or in the light of your new one in Christ. Walking in the light means living in the truth of who God says you are. Chosen, royal, holy. Let your life reflect His goodness and grace. Declare His praises, not just in church but in your daily life through gratitude, kindness, and sharing your story. Remember your value. You are God's special possession, priceless and treasured. Don't let anyone or anything make you feel less. Believe this truth and let it transform you. Every morning remind yourself, I am chosen, royal, holy, and dearly loved. God has called you out of darkness into His marvelous light. Live from your true identity and watch God do amazing things through you. You are not who you used to be. You are chosen, loved, and destined for greatness.